Jenny Carlson here with OU beat writer Joe Masato. Joe, the game at TCU, much anticipated after the defensive coordinator change from Mike Stoops to Ruffin McNeil. Definitely saw improved defense, but also saw some changes. 3 starters were different, right?
Yeah, you could tell, Ruffin McNeil talked about he wasn't going to change too much scheme-wise, but one thing he did change that we didn't know was personnel. 3 new starters for the defense: Robert Barnes at safety, Trey Brown at corner, and then Ronnie Perkins, the freshman defensive end, on the defensive line. And they all played really well. I mean, it was a new look defense in a way. Ruffin McNeil sort of already put his stamp on how the Sooners would play, and Mike Stoops, scheme-wise, was the same, like Ruffin said, but personnel-wise, really, you could tell something was different with the OU defense.
How'd you feel that those 3 new starters played? How do you feel like they impacted things for the defense?
Trey Brown really stood out. It was an emotional week for him leading up to the game. The weekend before his mother passed away, Trey Brown was actually given the game ball for his performance against TCU, had a couple pass breakups, played well in the secondary. He started in place of Parnell Motley, and I think that's probably something that's going to continue moving forward.
In addition to the starters, some guys that we weren't really expecting to see. Jalen Redmond sort of tops my list. Right. A guy that medically looked like he was going to be out. Now it looks like he's going to have an impact. We're sort of seeing some names and some faces that we weren't maybe expecting to have big impacts on this defense.
Yeah, that was a huge development for OU's defense. Jalen Redmond from Midwest City was ruled out at the beginning of the season for blood clots, and his return to practice was newsworthy, and then obviously his return to the game Saturday against TCU. Delarian Turner-Yell is another true freshman like Redmond who was dealing with health issues, didn't know when he was going to be back, and then he was also back Saturday. So 3 new starters and then 2 new freshmen all in the same game.
All right, lots of changes. We didn't know what to expect. We expected it to be different, and the Sooners were. So we'll see what this looks like moving forward. So be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.